Right. Well, we appreciate those tips this morning, but we also appreciate you bringing in another great local business.
Yeah, we have a great guest this morning, Brad Smith from Preferred Pest Control, and he's one of our 2017 Torch Award recipients, which is fantastic. And he's going to share with us a little bit of information about some other pests besides scammers and malware.
As I say, you could tell you were pretty proud of that thing. You were making sure she was clean and shiny and showing her off.
Got her all polished up.
I love it. I love it.
Tell us about your business. How long have you guys been around?
Okay, I've been in business 31 years.
31 years, wow.
Yes, and we started up in Ames and we've expanded across the state. We're based in Urbandale and we're a full service pest control company.
How about that? So what got you started when you were up in Ames 31 years ago?
Well, I studied insects at Iowa State. I have a degree in entomology, graduated, and I thought, what do I do now? So I started working for a pest control company, got some experience for about 5-6 years, and then decided, yeah, I think I can do this on my own. And it's been great. And for 37 years now, including the time with the other company, I've been full-time getting rid of bugs and protecting Iowans.
I was going to say, when you're talking pests, what are we talking about specifically here in central Iowa?
You know, we do the wide range of insects, you know, ants, spiders, centipedes, millipedes, things like that. Termite control. Of course, the big one 6 years ago were bed bugs, and so we've really invested quite heavily into that industry. We have bed bug detecting canines, we have heat treatment machines, so we really go after big time.
Now the dogs, people have seen stories about the dogs that are out there that can detect it. Explain how that works when you have bed bug detecting canines. What do you do in that situation?
Yeah, these are highly trained dogs. They're similar to canine dogs for police forces. We have full-time handlers. They spend 2 hours a day training them on hiding bed bugs. They have to find all the bed bugs, and they're nationally certified. Once a year they go through an extensive certification process.
So what do? You bring the dogs into somebody's home and you say, I have bed bugs, or I think I have bed bugs. You bring the dog in and the dog comes in and goes, yep, you got bed bugs, there they are.
Yeah, they're experts at finding bed bugs that you can't see. Bed bugs put off an odor that dogs can detect. So we walk them through the house and they alert. They tell us that there are bed bugs there by just pawing the carpet a little bit. And so when they do that, they get a treat. And of course, we always make sure they're not fooling us, so we have to train them quite a bit.
Right. All right. So what is the treatment for bed bugs?
There are a couple different ways. Chemicals is one way. Using heat, where we actually superheat the structure up to about 135 degrees, and it basically bakes the eggs and all life stages of bed bugs. And so, depending on the situation, either one is a really good treatment.
I'm getting itchy just thinking about it.
Tell us about this award that's in front of you and what it means to you and your company for winning a Torch Award from the BBB.
Yes, it's truly an honor to get this award. It represents ethics and integrity in the way we run our company. And for 31 years, we've been striving to do that. We do about 23,000 appointments a year in people's homes in central Iowa.
Unbelievable.
And we've had 0 complaints over the last over 5 years. And so it's gratifying to get recognition for at least you know, trying to do a good job and treat the consumer fairly.
What's the one thing that the customer says about your company that you hear over and over again that's a positive? You
know, customers call us quite a bit saying that they appreciate that we're honest with them, and that we really treat them with an open book. You know, so if we get a call, just even yesterday I went out to a call and I recommended they just try an over-the-counter product because it was a simple fix. And so we're a little honest, we don't try to wrap people into contracts they don't need, and we try to give them alternatives, and so they appreciate our honesty.
And that really goes back to that ethics and integrity that you were awarded for. And Ryan, if people want more information about great businesses like this, that's what the BBB is all about.
Right, and it's easy to find accredited businesses with BBB. You can go to bbb.org. You can give us a call at 243-8137. You can also give us a number, our 800 number is 800-222-1600, or you can stop by our shop at 2625 Beaver Avenue.
Wonderful.
All right, now, Brad, if people want to get a hold of you, what's the best way to get a hold of you? Because I like the fact that you're not trying to sell people stuff they don't need. Like you mentioned the customer yesterday. You said, you might be able to just use this and be done with it. I think that's pretty cool.
You bet.
But if they do need a professional, that's when they can call you in to do the job.
Yes, a couple different ways. Preferredpest.com on the internet, or our phone number is 515-276-7277.
There we go.
Perfect.
Okay.
Is that one of the big pests that we're dealing with as we head into summertime now?
Oh yeah, that's right. We're actually starting to get calls for mosquitoes. Last year it was our #1 pest that we dealt with.
Was it really?
Mosquitoes, of course, are they just love moisture, and we've had plenty of that, of course. Now's a good time to make sure your gutters are clean, that you don't have standing water around your property, and that you keep your bushes trimmed.
I was just going to ask you preventatives to make sure we're keeping the pests away from our homes, so hopefully we don't have to call you, but obviously we're happy to know there's a business that can help in case we have pests in our home. But what can we do? You just mentioned to keep mosquitoes away, but other pests that might be in the area, is there something we can do now to prevent them from wanting to come inside?
Yes. Let's talk about termites. That's another one we're getting a lot of calls for right now. And so a lot of homeowners have wood piles near their house on the ground. It's a good idea to move the wood piles as far away as possible and get it up off the ground, like on a wood rack or something like that. Okay. Termites love moisture as well, so it's important to have your gutters working properly and taking the moisture far away from the house. So any type of wood to earth contact as well. So sometimes your siding comes down and meets the earth. Make sure there's a 6-inch gap between the surface of the soil or the grass and your siding, and that will make it a lot less attractive for termites.
So they can't just climb up in there.
Right.
Okay, that's the whole intent. So what other pests, what other like insects, for example, are prominent here in the state of Iowa, since we have you here? Because you said mosquitoes are #1. What is right on its tail?
Ants.
Ants?
Oh boy, we get so many calls for ants. The thing about ants is right now, springtime is when they're swarming. And swarming means that you'll see ants with the little wings on them. And what they're doing is they're propagating their colonies. So they're making more ants when you see winged swarmers. Some homeowners see them inside their house, and so they see this swarm of insects and wondering what is going on. Are these termites and ants? But ants can really get in between your walls, and so they really are a big pest around here.
There you go. All right, so we learned something here this morning.
I was going to say lots of information.
And I'm itchy again. Okay.
He's itchy again. But it's great to know we have an accredited business that you can call if you have any questions. And of course, you can get more details on bbb.org. Wonderful. Thank you, gentlemen. Thanks to both the Smiths for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
We will be right back. It's 10 minutes before 8 o'clock right now. And when we come back, a guy sues a woman for texting during their first date. Oh, yeah. Wait till you get a load of this story. That's coming up next on CWI Live.